Okay, as you know, lately, video games have been getting a lot of blame for all these mass shootings. And a lot of conservatives, not including me, say we should ban these. First of all, I'm a strong believer in personal responsibility. People have been killing and committing violent acts long before we even had technology. I mean, Cain didn't have a video game. Billy the Kid didn't have a video game. And this is one of the things I strongly disagree with our president on, and I think he needs to read the research better. I mean, I'm still a strong Trump supporter, and even if video games were the cause, this is up to the parents. Parents need to be monitoring their children. We can't have the government step in on everything, but that's what so many of you want. I mean, the liberals just love government, more taxes. They'll give us more money. The government will keep you safe, give us all the guns, give us all the video games, give us everything. The problem with this is just not freedom. Now, I know there's no constitutional right to have video games, so don't start getting in the comments and talking about this. So stop typing right now. But they have placed ratings on video games. For those of you who don't know, if it's rated E, that means it's suitable for all ages. Little or no violence, no drug use, etc. Like a lot of sports games, like if you play car racing games or baseball games. You have T, which is means teen. These are better for teens and older. This might include some mild violence. Many of the Need for Speed games, excuse me, many of the Need for Speed games are rated T for teen. You've got the M, which is mature. This is meant for 18 and over. That's what you're looking at now. Games like Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption, because these have a lot of violence, foul language, sometimes drug and or alcohol use, and maybe even some sexual content. And by the way, do not listen to Ashley Judd. There are no video games from any known company that send you out to rape women. I don't know where she got this crap. Now maybe some teenagers made one on his computer, sure. But Rockstar Games here, they push the envelope more than anyone, and even they have no games where you rape women. In fact, on this game, you save women from being beaten by their husbands. You will save women in various hostile situations. And what you're seeing now is we're going after a woman who is a criminal, has been killing her husbands, and for some reason, though, y'all think this is violence against women. She's a criminal. Gotta bring her in. And yes, he will smack her in the face a few times to shut her up, because she's gonna try to get him to let her go, including flirting with him. But anyways, yeah, and I know I'm gonna get some comments about that, but I chose this clip for a reason. But anyways, my point is that there's no actual game that send you out to rape and or kill women. You will kill some women on this game and on some these other games because they're gang members, they're criminals, they're law enforcement, and that's what these games are about. The thing is, it's up to parents to teach their children about fantasy versus reality. You know, this is a fictional character. Arthur Morgan does not exist. He is a fictional character come up in someone's mind. You know, this is no different to being an actor in a movie. You're playing the role of Arthur here and controlling how his story goes. And you know, people blame movies as well. They blame TV. Well, I say parents need to step up, discipline their children, and teach them about fantasy from reality. That in real life, if you kill someone, the body's not going to disappear in 15, 20 seconds.
Don't you manhandle me?
But I'm really very, I guess you say, disappointed that people just look for something to blame. They don't blame themselves, especially these parents who don't raise their kids right. For these mass shootings, I mainly blame the news media, CNN, MSNBC, and yes, even Fox News.
Did I just do those things?
I blame social media because they're going to get this fame they're looking for. Even if they die, they know we're going to know their names. And there are even fan clubs to these shooters on these social media sites. There's several of them to Nicholas Cruz. Girls even saying, "Oh, he's so cute."
I need help, okay?
And this is,
I have an illness.
I think this is the biggest thing
Fever
that's
of the brain.
why people are doing this. It's not the gun. That gun did not walk into that school and shoot these kids on its own. And for people saying putting armed guards in schools or turning them into prisons is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. We have armed guards in banks. Those aren't prisons. We have armed guards in museums. Those aren't prisons. We have armed guards pretty much guarding everything under the sun that are not prisons. So why would it suddenly make a school a prison? Just stop it. It's all about keeping the children safe. And you can't do that in a gun-free zone. Criminals love gun-free zones. It makes their job safer. They know they're not going to get shot. The Aurora movie cinema shooter walked past 3 other cinemas that allowed guns to go to the one that didn't allow guns. That speaks volumes. But I gotta say, Mike Huckabee on his show put it brilliantly. He said, the problem with today's society is everybody gets a trophy and nobody gets a spanking. God bless Huckabee for that, by the way. Because that's just right. We give kids participation trophies. We tell them they're super special. And yes, your child is special to you. I want your child to be special to you. But they still have to abide by the rules and laws of life like the rest of us do. And this includes if your child's disabled. Now, I bring this up because I am disabled. I am half deaf and I have a serious medical issue. And the thing is, I still got discipline. I still got taught right from wrong. I was not taught that, the world's just going to cater to me because I'm disabled. So I don't care if you have the most severely disabled child in the world, they still need to learn right from wrong. This is one of the things that happened with Helen Keller. Her parents pitied her, they didn't discipline her, so she just turned into a wild animal until they finally brought Annie Sullivan to help control her. And, it's just, I'm so tired of hearing people blaming everything but themselves. Whether it's video games, movies, television, toy guns. And the thing is, let me tell you what, if I had kids, I want them to have toy guns. I want them to have lots of toy guns. Because I'm not going to teach my kid to be afraid of an inanimate object. And as long as schools are gun-free zones, I will be homeschooling my kid. I'll keep him safe with my gun at my house. You're not going to keep my kids safe? I'll do it. So, long story short, I don't think these games cause violence. And for me, these games have been almost therapeutic. I was bullied in school. I was pushed around, bossed around, not by teachers, by the other students.
Good job, girl.
And so these games have been an outlet for me. I get on these games, whether in the story mode or online. Online, I play as myself. I design a character that looks like me. And that way I get to transport myself like here in the Wild West, and I get to be the badass. I get to push people around. Things I could not or would not do for real, or both. For example, recently on this game in the online mode, I was hunting. One thing you do on this game is you hunt. You can hunt your own meat, cook your own meat. And I was hunting, and these computer characters, they were not other players. They were the characters controlled by the computer. And they came by and told me to get lost, and I shot them and screamed, "Mind your own business." Well, obviously I wouldn't do that for real. I might say mind your own business, but I'm not going to shoot you. So these games are an outlet. These have been, like I said, almost therapeutic for me, because they let me get my anger and everything out on fictional characters, and I don't hurt real people. I would not hurt real people. I would never shoot anyone unless I had an absolute reason to, and that's self-defense. Okay, people think those of us who like guns, we're just aching to shoot someone. I hope I never have to. I sincerely hope I never have to. But I'd rather have that protection in case I ever need it. And just hope and pray I never need it.
What am I gonna do?
So, stop blaming the games, stop blaming the guns, Look in the mirror if your kid is a mass shooter. Figure out what happened. Stop blaming inanimate objects. I'm really tired of this, and this is one thing I would not go with many other conservatives.
Just the two of us.
And to think you was sniffing around this office at one point. I'm lucky you was charmed by another.
You see, Sheriff, I know your secrets. And I could spread them all over. Like Miss Moria?
Don't you dare mention Mora again. Now hush.
Oh. Show me some sympathy, Sheriff.